I had just started introducing myself to my small circle when I ended up with a more full room. So yay to that.
Power shift.
My name is Sydnor-Campbell. I am medically retired, body-centered psychotherapist, as I was telling my table earlier. I was doing massage therapy for about 20 years before I went back and got my master's so that I could do psychotherapy. My background is in chronic pain, which always had a signature of trauma. So I am a trauma-informed psychotherapist. So yeah, after I did all my certifications in massage, I went and got a bunch of certifications on trauma as a psychotherapist. What everything boils down to is everything is attached to the body. So one of the things that I write about in my blog is the fact that whatever you're putting into your body, which is not just food, but it is also our mental, emotional, our social, what we do, what we say, is also going into our body. But as far as nutrition goes, one of the things that I wanted to talk about or see if, let me just take a poll real quick and see if anybody knows about eating colors to balance yourself. Okay, good. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know.
I just eat, I just have a colorful plate.
A colorful plate.
No, and my mom always said your plate should have different colors on it.
Absolutely.
And so literally I make sure my plate has looks colorful to me.
Okay, good. Okay.
I learned that when I first got married. I had been married about a week, and my husband came home because I knew what he liked. And so he said, is all of our meals going to be white all the time? You like cream potatoes, you like macaroni and cheese, you like cream corn, and I realized that it was all the same color here. And I wasn't my mom, and I did that because I was raised on a farm.
Okay.
And we had everything was always green. I mean, it was always green. And growing up as a child, you're thinking that's a bad thing. You eat greens and peas and squash and stuff. And later on, I learned that those colors was what I needed. But I started out with a white plate. And I didn't even realize it. Is our food going to be white all the time?
Sometimes I have to remind my husband, like, rice is not for every meal. Like, it's just not. One more. Tell me what you know. Yes.
Oh, I know that it needs to have lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, every meal. And yeah, like you said, rice is not for every meal.
Not for every meal.
I love rice.
Okay, so let me ask this question. If you guys would, by a show of hands, tell me if you eat colorful daily. Okay, so we got about half the group. That's good. That's a good piece to start with. So the reason that I want to talk about this, or get roped into talking about this, is because this is one of my areas of new super interest. And healthy living nutrition is about highlighting balance, interconnectedness, and our interdependence on the world around us.
I just wanted to add, in Atlanta, a group of us are doing new moon dinners around manifestation, and each month is a different chakra, which makes the entire dinner a different color. So I just thought about that. Ooh. I love it.
So you're going to have to talk about that a little bit more now.
So we have urban gardeners and chefs that prepare the meals, and so if it's like the root chakra, the last one we did was root chakra, and so all the reds that you can find and fruits and vegetables, they make dishes out of, and it's beautiful. It's such a beautiful spread. We did sacral chakra, so all the oranges that they could find, they made these really creative dishes out of.
So you bring the color?
No, it's already prepared. You just arrive at the dinner, and then they'll explain the power of the color and what the foods actually contribute to the body, as you take them in.
And that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so starting with, how many people know about chakras?
A little bit.
Okay, so let me just start back there real quick. The chakras, there are 7 major energy centers of the body, and they start at your base and go and follow your spine all the way up to the top of your head. In order to look at this from a Western perspective, I want you to just think about the endocrine system, okay? And all of those are ductless glands, and those systems throw off all of our hormones for each area. So our root chakra is right at the base of our body, starts at the coccyx, which is that last little tailbone under the sacrum. It is, your root chakra is about keeping yourself grounded. And it's extremely important that you do that in your day-to-day life. So as your root chakra, if your root chakra is out of balance, you'll find that you have imbalanced relationships with other people. Right? So, yuck to that. Yes?
Where's that located again?
So the root chakra is at the base of your spine. So you know if you go to your tailbone and go right to the tailbone on the other side, it's the coccyx. It's a little bitty kind of triangle-shaped bone that is at the bottom of the sacrum. And it actually has its own, each one of our energy centers has its own pattern of movement. So it has its own energy center, its own pattern of movement, and a color that is associated with it. And the root chakra is red. Now the good thing about these chakras is if you do your colors by Roy G. Biv, you know that you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Do you guys know Roy G. Biv? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And that's how, it's like a rainbow. Your body is like a rainbow. Roy G. Biv. So red is where your root chakra is. That's your base. I am a resident therapist for the Red Panty Society. If any of you can remember or recall that's what we do. That's your root chakra, receiving empowerment daily, and there's power in those panties. So that's that shameless plug. You can get that at
Red Panty Society at Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
What was the big?
Roy G. Biv. Red, that's the R. O is orange. Y, yellow. G, green. Biv, B is for blue. I, indigo. And violet is the final one. And the interesting thing about the violet one is we'll get to that. I'll talk about that when I get up there. So, the root chakra and red foods. Let's think about our red foods. What do we have?
Apples,
Tomatoes.
Strawberries, watermelon.
Strawberry, watermelon. Let me see if we got all the tomatoes.
Tomatoes, yeah.
Red bell peppers, radishes, beets,
Strawberries.
Cherry.
Which one did you say?
Cherry.
Beets. Yeah. Okay. I thought you said beef for a second. I was going to say, no, that doesn't fall in this natural food. So the root chakra is about heart health. And if this is balanced, you actually, if the root chakra is balanced, it's easier to manage your heart health. You know what the #1 killer for black women is?
Heart disease.
Heart disease, which is actually associated with your heart chakra. We'll be there in a second. But you have to have a balanced root chakra in order for that heart to, everything is connected. So it doesn't matter if you're saying, I'm going to just do this and sacrifice this, because it always ends up falling right back on your body. It's always going to fall back on your body. Yeah, I'm looking at you, miss, I don't eat breakfast. Okay. So our next chakra is orange, and that's the sacral chakra. So your sacrum is that last piece that is covering the top part of your butt. It's where all your glutes go in. It is the root chakra is associated with our genitalia, and our sacral chakra is associated with our gonads. So for women, it's our ovaries, right? And for men, it's their testosterone and their testes. So that is the orange chakra. So let's think about what that does. It is the color of cancer prevention. Orange is. And let's think about what our orange foods are.
Carrots, oranges, orange bell peppers.
Yes. Squash. Carrots.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Butternut squash.
Butternut squash, definitely there.
Anybody have any cantaloupe this morning?
Yeah,
Was it good?
Yeah.
Was it sweet? Okay. I didn't taste any because I'm so picky about when I get some cantaloupe.
It's nasty.
No, it was good.
It was good. Okay.
All
Good.
the foods.
Sweet potatoes.
Definitely.
All right,
yeah.
Are we doing
Y'all
good
can
with our
have
sweet
that.
potatoes and our yams?
Y'all can have
Okay.
those. Get them all up.
Yep. And butternut squash, oranges.
The orange, doesn't that have beta carotene?
Yes, it does. Beta carotene, and actually, beta carotene, which is transformed into vitamin A and antioxidants, preventing cancer, heart disease, helps with infections, and helps with healthy eyes and skin. So that's what your orange does. And I'm going to skip back to red real quick. That has a lot of lycopene. And the lycopene is good for your circulatory system. And if you think about your circulatory system and how your heart is responsible for that, then you can see it. It's also responsible for your cell walls and them having strength to do what they have to do with each other. Helps your blood pressure and your organ function, in addition to sun protection. And that's for the red root chakra. So with the orange, which is your sacral, that's prevention of cancer and heart disease. Those are two really big things. Those are really big things.
Excuse me, sister. Are you going to have a book, a pamphlet, or something, so I don't have to try to memorize all this stuff?
Am I going to have a book?
A pamphlet or
I
something?
probably should create one.
Yes. We need
Maybe
some
I'll
kind of
do that
literature.
before I leave here today, because, you know.
Well, she's got the blog. You got the blog.
I do. Let me
Okay.
make sure
Yeah.
I give you my card, because I have a blog, and in my blog each week I talk about the association of each chakra to the mental and emotional stuff.
Yeah, okay. That's going to be
Yes.
Y'all know I ain't in all that tech.
In that what?
Technology.
You want a piece of paper? maybe I'll be able to come up with something before we get out of here. Something. I'll try. Okay.
It ain't nothing but all the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and all that stuff.
And try to remember everything. It's like I need this, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
I just, I was prepared to talk for just a little bit. Yes, ma'am.
I just have a quick question. When you were talking about books, when I first read about chakras, it was Carolyn Miss, The Anatomy of the Spirit,
My favorite book on the planet.
on the chakras.
Yes.
And it really deals very, you can only get so much information about the chakras in a few minutes. But it is a good book, so you approve of it?
It's Carolyn Miss. I'm gonna write it real. It's Anatomy of the Spirit, and it's by Carolyn Miss, who is a medical intuitive.
Miss M-I-S-T?
M-Y, I believe.
MYSS.
And she talks about how all these different chakras affect and are affected
Pass it
I'm
around.
gonna pass this
with
piece of
health.
paper around.
With health.
Thank you. That's me. That's normal.
Okay. I wrote it down with my name.
I know. I was drinking it and then I stopped. Okay. Thank you. See?
Well, you don't use it, you kind of like,
All right. That's my pink grapefruit juice. Just get some water. Okay, that piece of paper is going around with Carolyn Miss's name and the name of her book so that you can write that down. Yes, Carolyn actually did a very good job. She came along probably, I was already in the field maybe 5-10 years when I got her stuff, and I actually ended up using her book to help teach my course on psychology of the body. Because she associates, and I think it's beautiful because a lot of times people they look at the chakras and it's like, wait a minute, does that go against my religion? And the way that she associates it with Christianity, with Judaism, and then with its basic, how it comes from. Oh, yeah, that's me making a mess over here.
People get nervous if they think that it's not from the Western tradition.
Right.
But truth is truth no matter who's speaking it. That's what I think.
That is exactly right. That is exactly right. And the way that she puts it lets you know that everything really is associated. Like, there's really only truth. And in each one of the world religions, they all say it's all about peace and love. And that's what we are supposed to be walking in, peace and love. Hi, Coach Willa. How are you? Excuse me. Okay, so let's move on to our solar plexus. So, excuse me. The solar plexus is your yellow chakra. It's about 2 inches above your navel. And what this goes to is external skin and beautification. So that's your yellow, and it's also where you get your gut instinct, right? When they sell you things like trust your gut, your gut actually tells you a lot, and it talks to you every day. You just have to learn how to listen to it, because it will tell you what to do and what not to do. And you've got a first mind, and that's your gut talking to you. You know, when the teacher tells you, you put information on a test and you got a first answer, and your gut told you to answer that first, but then you want to go back and change it and it's always wrong. There you go. Same thing with your decision making, right? So when your gut is talking to you, and you just have to really pay attention and listen. But in order to strengthen that, we eat yellow foods. So name some yellow foods.
Banana. Pineapple.
Yep.
Squash.
Which was so good. Squash, that's my favorite. Lemons.
That's my favorite.
Lemons.
Yellow bell peppers, that's another favorite.
Yup. Very good.
I don't eat lemons in my Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I'm a country. You know, lemons are good for you. No, ma'am, lemons good for so much stuff.
It has what?
The acid.
Yeah, it's
good acid though.
It's a great detoxifier.
Yeah.
if you have acid reflux as an issue, I actually don't know what the rule is on lemons, but lemons really do have an antiseptic, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory quality. So, check with your doctor. And that goes for everything that I'm talking about here. Like, if you've got a diet that says you can't eat this stuff, obviously, do not go against your doctor's wishes and eat the things that are not going to be good for you. I know a lot of people are allergic to tomatoes, but I think it's because tomatoes aren't grown naturally anymore.
They aren't.
Not unless you're growing them at your house.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna start growing them at my house then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can do a tomato plant in your house.
I love them.
Yes, and if like if you live in Michigan, putting it outside might not be ideal. So in your house, you can do. Yeah, tomato plant. Yeah, tomatoes are. Yes, and I've noticed that over the years. You notice how tomatoes used to have a real nice, full taste, and they're getting blander and bigger. They're pretty and bland.
Right.
Tasteless.
Right, yeah.
So, not unless you get them from organic stores. Yeah, if you do. Yeah, I've just even at the
And
organic
farmers
stores.
markets, like little side produces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best place to get
Those are the best
vegetables.
places to get
That's
it.
where I
Yeah,
get my-
and that's only if you can get it, because, like we just said, everybody can't get to everything. Sometimes it's just about trying to do stuff on your own, and that's going to be the way. But yeah, I think the reason that a lot of people are allergic to it is because it's been pesticided to death. Or what's that guy's name? Monsanto. Right? That's that company. Okay, so the yellow solar plexus, that's beautification, external skin. It's vitamin C for inflammation, for battling inflammation, for battling allergies. Bioflavonoids in them help with collagen production, which I'm thinking we probably have a lot of because our skin is always so beautiful.
You better know it.
Right? And it also helps with our tendons and our ligaments and the cartilage.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Right? So yellow foods, tendons, ligaments, cartilage. If you've got weak tendons or tendons that are chronically torn, maybe increase your yellow intake. See if it, it can't hurt anything to increase your vegetable intake. How many vegetarians are in here?
I can be one.
Yeah, I'm not a big meat eater.
I eat mostly vegetables and fruit anyway.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not a big meat eater.
Yeah,
I eat a lot of pasta.
I eat my seafood.
Lobster never killed anybody. I mean, except those who are allergic to it. Okay, let's go to what's our time looking like? How much we got?
50 right now.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes.
Okay, good. So the next one is green foods, and that is associated with our heart chakra. Is green, and everything that's related to our heart chakra is really important for Black women. We get our hearts broken. Plus, we've got a lot of ancestral heartbreak that we inherited.
Yeah.
Right? So taking care of our heart health is extremely important. Our
Kale.
yes, okay. Spinach, kale. What else we got?
Every green.
Okra,
Broccoli.
cucumbers, yep. Broccoli,
Green bell peppers.
green bell peppers.
I was sure when somebody say
green.
lettuce, so I
Collard
was
green.
like,
Okra.
negative.
What?
I was waiting for somebody to say lettuce, so I'm like, negative.
Well, lettuce is really
Romaine
green,
lettuce,
but
Lettuce, but it has
it's
no
water.
nutrients. Yeah, there's no nutrients.
Romaine lettuce. Romaine, arugula.
There you go.
Yeah.
And some of those even have purple, so
Yeah.
add that to the green and the purple. And that just makes that more good for us. It's all healthy. It's good stuff. So the green foods are for detoxification. Green foods contain chlorophyll, and that is a purifier. It's a blood purifier. So let's see what else it says. Helps with our vitamin K, blood clotting, and strong bones. And it supports liver and kidneys in elimination. And your liver's got a lot of work to do in this society now. Yes.
And what a lot of people don't know, if you want a blood thinner, you have to cut your greens down.
That's
Great
right.
information.
That's right. That's true.
Because
it causes blood clotting.
and look how food can have an effect. So if you got to cut the greens down, if you like greens, you are really,
I know, right? I love it.
man, that sucks. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Next is, we've got blue, right? Blue is our throat chakra. And although we've got things like blueberries, which are really purple, and blackberries, which, the things that we're supposed to use to balance our throat is our juices, our waters, our soups, anything that soothes our throat. And throat chakra is about communication. Let me go back to what is the associated endocrine function. It's your thyroid and parathyroid glands. Okay? And in your throat, this is your communication piece. This is how, you swallow your words and how you don't want to do that anymore. Or you want to be careful with your words. You want to be compassionate and not mean with your words.
I just want to be mean.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay. So with those, let me see if there's anything I got in there besides the soup. Speaking, expression, throat soother, soups, sauces, juices, sea moss. Awesome balancer for your throat. Sea moss is I don't even know what it's made of. Maybe seaweed.
Yes.
And
Algae.
Yeah. You have to.
look it up because it is so good.
Yes.
You can find them at a lot of vegetarian or vegan spots.
vegan spots and health food stores.
It's not a weed. It's in a drink. I've only had it as a drink, and it's kind of like a milkshakey, like a thick juice.
Gel to me.
It's like a gel?
To me.
They had that design at the restaurant we went to last night. And I was like,
Now try some. Try some. The way that they make it, and you know, the Irish moss that the Jamaicans got, it's that same thing.
Oh yes.
Right? They got that in the cans.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff,
Sure
right?
is.
It's good for soothing your throat, and all of that, anything that you're doing to take care of your body shows up in how you communicate with other people.
red algae.
Red algae is what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I just know I eat the sea moss. Love it, love it, love it.
It's good for me.
Indigo is your purple color. That's your third eye. That's your pituitary and pineal gland. That is your ability to really connect yourself to other people, right? And we don't want it calcified because that's not good. That means that you're not able to listen to other people. You can't hear anything that's being taught to you. You can't hear what you need to hear. It's for longevity, purple. So our purple foods, what do we got?
Eggplant.
Yep.
That's
Purple carrots, purple potatoes,
Cabbage.
purple cabbage. I've been loving some of the colors that I've seen of our food. Plums.
That's right.
Blueberries.
Grapes.
Good plum. They've been sour lately.
Huh?
Bitter, tart.
What?
Plums.
Plums?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
have to
not
get them from
seasoned.
somewhere where it's in season, yeah. Because I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Even when they're in season, sometimes they kind of tart.
And that's grocery stores.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Always the grocery stores, but yeah, I've been able to get some really good plums from Aldi, of all places.
Really?
I love. They're one of the they're a really great store. A lot of people, they actually have the most. They got like an award or something for having the most organic food.
They're part
I
of
did not know that.
They're the sister company to Trader Joe's.
Oh, they're the sister company to Trader Joe's, and I think I just learned that last
Me either.
Yeah, that they are associated.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And all of the stuff that they have in there, that's all that gourmet stuff and all of their fruits and the way they do their stuff, it's cheaper than the regular grocery stores. It may not be pretty, but it works. You can really get a lot of groceries in that store that are healthy. Like I said, that's been one of the best places for me to get plum. In fact, the last couple of times that I've gotten them from the Aldi, it's like, well, let's go back and get some more, and they're all gone, you know, because they're so sweet. So yeah, that's for longevity. And this is, your purple foods have the most antioxidants of any of the foods. They help with disease prevention and, like I said, longevity. So that's lifelong. Now we've got white. So when I talk about violet, that is the seventh chakra, which is above, the top of and above your head, right? That's your connectedness to your higher power, to the universe, to whatever that's out there in the world, to help you with your humanness. So 1 and 7 are really connected in keeping you grounded and with the people. So you want to keep all of these things in line. The thing about the crown chakra is that it's violet in color, but it's 1,000 white petals. That's what it translates to out of the Ayurvedic tradition. 1,000 white petals. So that's your white foods. So what do we got on white foods? Jicama. That's a good one. I never would have picked that word up. Jicama. Onions. Cauliflower.
Garlic?
Garlic. What'd you say? Grits.
No.
Those grits this morning are a little weird. They were a little bit weird. So yeah, this is for good for immune health. White is your
that white man.
God, when was the last time I had a rutabaga? I thought that was red.
Like reddish green.
Say that again. This is Coach Wilma, and she is also one of my favorite experts on the subject.
Thank you. But when you cut turnips are red because they're white. They're red outside. Okay, I thought you were talking about like yellow turnips. Yes, turnips are red. And then
Also, there's yucca, turnips, and a rutabaga.
And rutabaga is red with clear on the
no,
inside.
when you cut it, it's white on the
Yes,
inside.
that's why I was wondering, because they're both white inside. It's just that hull is purple and red.
So that means you're getting a double bonus.
Because I won't normally peel that off.
Which means that you're getting the white piece. But is there something in the skin that has...
Wax like on that rutabaga.
Okay, well then you... Oh, yeah. I can't even remember the last time I had rutabaga. They taste weird to me.
Oh, celery is really good too.
Celery, yes.
Celery is really good.
Yes. And I think that falls under the green.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
And not white, but even though it's a lot of water and it can be kind of clearish, it's just got a... I think it's kind of green just because of the way the sun hits it.
But I just said it because it's an important food that a lot of people
Very, yes. Good, and especially
Hi,
with some
Maggie.
peanut butter. All right.